Check. Yep, we good. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? It's your boy MANN
and Eden.
And we're back for a couple conversations podcast after taking 1 week off.
We took a week off, yeah.
Just to get some stuff together around the house and just, be adults and do our thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But happy to be back.
Yeah, same.
You happy to be back?
That's good, yeah.
Happy to come back to the lair and get it off our chest, man. Just chop it up. Good chopping.
Good chopping.
Good chopping. It's been a fun couple of weeks. We
You
want to recap it a little bit for us?
If I can remember.
I know. Okay, recently let's just go backwards. I guess from yesterday we went and did Pilates.
We did hot Pilates.
And I've done hot Bikram yoga before, which is like you do yoga in a hot room. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to stretch in a hot room. That feels good. That's a little bit more relaxing. Mm-hmm. So Pilates, you was telling me about Pilates, and I felt like it was like a girl thing to do.
Because when I do Pilates, I do it on the reformer. So it's a little different. It's a little bit more feminine.
Yeah. So I'm already going in. I'm like, okay, maybe it's not so different from yoga.
And you thought you were going to be the only guy.
I mean, I was the only.
There were like five guys.
Only guy like me.
A black guy?
Not even just black. Just from you know what I'm saying, like.
What you mean?
Only guy like everybody else in there was kind of, you could tell they was probably cornballs.
No, I mean I guess.
Yeah, so I don't know.
You weren't the only guy. That's the one.
I felt like I wasn't the only guy, but it was like I was saying, I thought it was gonna be more like yoga.
Yeah, this was pretty intense.
And we get in there and they playing techno music. It's all fast paced. We got these little $10 weights and not 10 pound weights, and we just. It was kind of a lot for sure. I don't know if I liked it that much.
And I liked it a lot, but she was going really fast.
She was going fast. She was trying to stay on beat. I heard her a couple times sound like she was rapping. I was like, what the hell? Like, it was cool though. I mean, for me though, I'm probably not gonna do that again.
Really?
Yeah, it just wasn't what I liked.
Is it because it was hot in there? Would you do it if it wasn't hot?
No, like I said, I like Bikram yoga. I'm down to do yoga in heat.
But not Pilates.
It was smooth music. We moving.
So if the music changed and it was a little slower paced, would you do it?
Slower pace, yeah, for sure. I would work out in the heat if it was that vibe was just a little too much. It was just a little too spastic.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I'm glad we did it. Now I know. You feel me? Now I know what Pilates is. It ain't really just stretching. It's more. It's doing a lot of like core and stuff like that, which was good. Like I'm sore for sure, but.
Yeah, I'm really sore.
We did that. Shout out to homie Boston.
We
did that with her yesterday, and then the night before. Oh yeah, mind you, the night before we went out.
That's what we should have mentioned the first time.
Yeah. So we went to where we go?
We went to Moxie.
Okay, there's a spot in Vegas called Moxie. Shout out Aaron, Timmy Tones. I know the DJ's up there. Shout out to my boy Gabe up there. It's his spot. So yeah, we went there. That's really the after hour spot, but we went there early because it's like one of the only spots in Vegas that got food at night too.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think I ate that day. I was doing sessions, going crazy. So then, boom, we went there, got some food. It was not really yanking like that, right?
No,
we just chilling, and then the homie, one of the DJs there, he walked by. I'm like, "What's up?" He like, "Yeah, I'm about to go to Dre's. I see you later." I'm like, just walked out the door. I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right. Well, shoot, maybe Dre's is where it's at."
Yeah.
So then, boom, I was like, maybe we should. I was actually tired. I wasn't.
Don't even act like. Don't even act like you were.
I wasn't really even trying to go out.
I was the one that was kind of pressing the issue on going.
Yeah, she was pressing the issue.
And you didn't really want to go.
I wasn't really fit because I had session after session. Like I've been like at the studio being an engineer lately, and that's a job. It's not just me going to be creative. It's me on other people's sessions, helping them get to their end goal and teetering the balance of having too much input and not enough input. So it's a whole game you playing, and I was just doing it over and over. I was burnt out on music, but it was wifey. It was her Friday.
It was my Friday.
We go up on a Tuesday, so we went up.
Yeah.
And we had to show her a good time.
We both worked a long time.
Yeah, but you was ready to turn it up.
Because after working a long week, that's all I want to do. So
exactly. So
anyway,
back to what was you saying? Oh yeah, back to that. Boom. So I was like, okay, man, let me see, because I had the people I actually engineered yesterday. No, 2 days ago. The people they were going to Dre's that night anyway. And they basically was like, yeah, pull up, yada yada yada. So we end up pulling up. We seen Jacquees perform. It was cool.
That was cool.
And then we went back to Moxie afterwards, and that's where it was
That's
cracking.
where it was, yeah.
And then Moxie turned into really the after party.
That was a whole different.
Yeah, a whole different experience. So now we always knew it was after hours, but now it's like we kind of.
That's really the spot to go.
It ain't gonna be cracking till after 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Moxie though. We done had like a lot of good nights there.
A lot of good experiences.
At this point, that's like one of our go-to spots out here.
Yeah, and if we know that if we want to just like go and get a couple of drinks and just chill, to go earlier, and then
exactly.
It's
a pregame and after hours.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they should be. They should market it as like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's that, and then all last week was dominated by Chocolate City. I went to Chocolate City twice. Shout out to Chocolate City. That's it's like a black-owned cigar lounge, and I went there with the homie Boston, and then brought Eden the next few days. Eden, the other homies. I'm trying to get it cracking up there because it was just such a vibe.
It's such a vibe.
Such a vibe. They got nothing but just good music playing, like soulful music.
And it's nice to be around like your own people.
Yeah, and it's Chocolate City. You feel me?
It's really, it just has like a really good feel. So,
yeah,
and everybody in there is super nice. Like the moment we walked in, everybody said hi.
Yeah.
Like everyone said hi. I sneezed. Everybody said bless you. Like it was really cool.
Yeah, I really like that spot. That's actually where I wanted to go 2 nights ago. Before we went and turned
You
up.
wanted to go last night after
I want to go every time I can.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's really nice.
But yeah, so yeah, I found that spot last week, and with me, when I like something, I like it. So I've been, just hyping it up. Can't wait to go back.
We have to go again. Like the thing with me, like that spot, I feel like you have to dress up. Yeah. And you think I don't have to, but there was like guys wearing feathered hats and suits and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, I mean it's also cats in there just with fitted hats and just jeans.
Yeah, that's true.
And they just with their girl. It's like it's a spot. I think we're just all black men, not even black men really, but it's like, more so catered to.
Yeah, catered to black men or married.
Or married, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I.
It's a grown and sexy. Let's put it
grown
like
and
that.
sexy, exactly.
And I think they even welcome the transitioning from street nigga to grown.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of I'm in that transition. Like I wear nothing but really tees and jeans or sweatsuits.
I've never seen you in a suit.
Yeah, see, I don't wear suits. I don't really wear button ups. I don't even think I wear polos.
When we got married, you wore a button-up shirt. You wore you didn't
married,
wear a suit.
Yeah, that's a
what?
That's marriage. That's a very special day. It's not that I won't.
I'm saying you didn't wear a suit. That is a very special day. You didn't wear a suit.
Oh yeah. You saying I didn't even wear a suit?
You didn't even wear a suit.
Oh yeah.
So that's how I know. Yeah. Anyway, let's not get on that because you make me mad.
Yeah, golly. I mean, yeah. I just I gotta get suits.
Yeah,
that's
basically.
Like,
yeah. That's all.
I ain't got no suits in my closet. I got one from funerals ago, and it's just it don't even make sense. I heard it and got that. So yeah, that's something. Like I said, I'm transitioning into grown and sexy. That's kind of like good. That's where you at 33, 32, turning 33. So, but yeah, that's been our hangouts. Like that's kind of what we've been doing, hanging out. Also I wanted to thank you for
me.
Yeah, my favorite toy I've ever gotten.
Oh.
My wife helped me get a MPC.
Yeah.
And it's been making me so happy. Like, I'm getting into production more. And that just takes it to a whole nother level. Yeah. Like with making beats and stuff like that, like producers out there know sometimes you could just create just on a computer. You sitting down, you just plugging and placing stuff, and you even have a MIDI little keyboard or whatnot. That's cool. But an MPC is like it's all in the box.
Everything
it's like
is right
literally there. you vibing with it. You creating it. So that's kind of like I feel like that's just really like leap me into it more. You know. So, but I've been doing that. That's been kind of like taking over my whole focus right now. I'm just getting good on these tracks, man. But we still make time to come. We're going to make time to come every week and chop it
every
up.
Week, yeah.
Every week. And just get on it and just, we building it up, building the family up, building the supporter system, everything up. So,
For sure.
Really excited about that. But let's get into some topics. Let's get into some stuff.
Let's do it.
To talk about.
All right.
And I'm going to hand it off to you.
You're going to hand it off to me. You always hand it off at the wrong time because I don't have my
topics
open. Your topics
are sitting. Like,
I know.
Let
me
looking
see.
At me like,
I know. I'm just staring at you.
But while I'm talking, like while I'm doing these long talks, that'd be a good time to just, especially if I'm talking to them. This stuff you already know.
Ashanti and Nelly. How do you feel about that?
Ashanti, what's going on with him?
What do you mean? What's going on with him?
What's going on with him?
Nelly proposed and Ashanti's pregnant. This is her first child. I think it's his, like, how many kids does he have? Like,
That
4?
I do not know.
I don't
no
even know
if he
either.
had. I thought he took in his like nieces or something like that, or nephews.
Remember he had the show Nellyville?
I didn't watch it. That's why
I
I'm
didn't
saying
watch
this
it
is
either,
literally
but-
all the information I ever took in was that he took in. I think his
His
nieces,
sister. I think it's his sister's
his sister
kids.
passed or something like that.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's tight. I love, they make a good couple.
They do.
There's somebody I feel like we grew up with.
Wanting to be together, yeah.
Even like wanting to be together and just grew up with separately. Like, even without them being with each other, they are around the same era, time. It reminds you of that. And they can always tour off that by itself.
Yeah.
With the family, go everywhere. Just off like Nelly and Ashanti bringing back that vibe. And they could go for hours.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of like
songs together and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah, it could be hard, really
That's
hard.
really
And then
cool.
if she's pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could start the whole Partridge family. They could just get it cracking now. So that's tight.
I like that. I'm really happy about that.
Yeah. I just wonder, so you know why they broke up the first time?
No, not really.
Nobody knows, huh?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I
I'm
have
just throwing
no
out, I
clue.
don't know.
Yeah, I have no clue.
I wonder why.
Wasn't it something with like Irv Gotti or something like that? Or is that a whole different thing?
I think
Jack
I
I don't even know.
It's funny though because they on Twitter there was a video saying like it all changed. I guess when Nelly walked up to Ashanti at a Versus.
Yeah.
And in the video it looked like he walked right past Irv Gotti to give her a hug. And then all this start happening right afterwards. It's crazy. That was a whole little crazy thing. That whole Irv Gotti and Ashanti thing because that was the last person I would even thought like what
Irv Gotti?
yeah, like bro, that was your whole label. Like that was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't feel me?
I do feel you, but you just kind of anyway.
Yeah.
Like watching that documentary on BET kind of made me look at him differently. Remember we watched
it was
that?
the Murder Inc. ones.
It was the Murder Inc. The 4-part whatever.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. But yeah, I'm happy for him. I think it's gonna be tight. Definitely could do some shows and just get that money.
For sure.
I can dig that. Since we keeping it not old school, but just kind of like hip hop, I guess, kind of transitioning. Let's get into. Did you see 50's got a like a acting studio opening in Shreveport, Louisiana? It looks like he's trying to kind of like not rival, but how Medea, not
like Tyler Perry.
Exactly. Tyler
You gotta
Perry.
stop calling that man Medea.
Yeah. How Tyler Perry's spot is, but he got it in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Oh, I like that.
And on top of that, Mark Wahlberg is opening an acting whole movie studio out here in Vegas.
Oh, I didn't know he was behind that.
Yeah. And
I
they,
didn't know
they
that.
both host like hip hop back.
Yeah.
Mark.
Of course.
You knew that was Marky Mark?
Of course,
Okay.
babe. I'm young, but
I
I'm
found
not that
out
young.
later on in life. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I knew that already.
My auntie said she had a crush on Marky Mark.
That's funny.
So I just was like, I guess I didn't know
that's
that.
cool.
So actors is opening up movie studios. I mean rappers, ex-rappers, and actors, I guess, because he's an actor now.
Both.
I think it's tight. But also I feel like it could be an outdated concept. Movie studios, if the way AI is going.
Yeah, but I'm glad that they're doing that so that AI doesn't take over completely because we need.
And you know what makes sense too? To go somewhere where it's not super high on rent. Like movie studios in LA may be outdated because just, they done built up this, reputation and the price, everything in LA is just so expensive.
It's just too much.
That it may be time to move Hollywood outside of Hollywood into some cheaper spots.
Absolutely.
Especially if you could do a lot of stuff on AI. So you may just be kind of just saving money. So I don't know. I don't know really much about they real estate market and all that, but I do know Vegas and Mark Wahlberg coming out here, so he could be hitting a lick if he take Hollywood business and bring it to Vegas.
Yeah, that's true. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, so I think that's just something to be looking into because I would love to even work in that field, that area. I like film and I like being on set. Yeah. I've been doing that since I was young. So when I heard Mark Wahlberg was coming out here, I'm like, man, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna be there early, like try to see what's going on.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Heck yeah. But then what else we got? You know who Rico Wade is?
I kept seeing like the RIP posts and stuff.
Yeah. I was trying to kind of see in the car when I was playing the old Dungeon Family stuff.
Okay, yeah.
So he's the producer who made that. I think he made part of Waterfalls. Actually, you know what? I got a documentary you should watch on them.
Okay.
It's really tight. But yeah, he passed away, and it sucks because he passed the day Drake dropped his diss song.
Oh wow.
And it's interesting, even in the song, he not really going at Future that much. You know what I'm saying? But that is Future's uncle.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's who put Future in the game. That's why Future got Dungeon Family.
Oh, well, I never knew that. But yeah, that's
yeah. So I was just like, it sucks crazy. Because literally, that should have been a way bigger deal.
Yeah.
So I mean, first and foremost, R.I.P. to Rico Wade, because he's like one of the producers that inspired me to produce because of the way they vibes were. Like,
yeah,
it was all organic. They wasn't thinking too hard. They made
Didn't he
Waterfalls, but
Outkast?
they making
Didn't he have something to do with Outkast?
Yeah, they made Outkast.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Outkast
I saw
was
that somewhere.
at their basement.
Wow.
Like they started from the ground up.
That's crazy.
It's like one of those stories, and it was all about the love of the music. So he was making Outkast, he was making CeeLo, but then would go and do these big songs for TLC.
Wow.
And then they'll bring in actual people who know instrumentalists, whatever, and do these big sounding songs. But then they'll go back home and have all his homies in the basement. They on the MPC going crazy. And then he leveraged his relationships with the labels to get Dungeon Family, that deal, and get Outkast out there, and that's what opened up the South.
That's cool.
That's literally, there would be no Southern rap if it wasn't for them, So
I like that.
R.I.P. to Rico Wade. That's a crazy situation, man. Like, that sucks. But it sucks because literally Drake dropped his diss song on that day, and that's all everyone was talking about.
Man.
And you dissing Future.
Yeah, that's
so
a
it's
lot.
like,
That's
damn, it was just nasty. But that in itself is a whole other subject. What do you know about? You heard it a little bit, of course. Just being with me.
From you.
Yeah, but is there anything you want to know? Like, I feel like you will be speaking for like the women.
So I know that you told me, you kind of showed me like videos and stuff of the beef between Drake and Kendrick.
Right.
So I already knew about that. And then I don't really know how Future got. I don't know. Maybe I need to just.
No, yeah,
I got questions about everything.
I pretty much know.
Okay.
I mean, as a regular dude, I'm not in. I don't know the situation.
Yeah, I know
like
that,
but so Future it's random. It seems random, but it's also like apparently
it's over a girl.
Well, apparently because Future said you pillow talking and all that on one of his songs, and then also they were saying Future didn't like the fact that Drake did that project with 21 Savage.
Oh.
They both from Atlanta. It's kind of like so it kind of makes their project not as big. I guess I don't know, but that's kind of what the talk's been, and that kind of just came with this project where people even knew. But Joe Budden, to give it to him, they've been speculating Future and Drake's beef for a few months now.
Oh, wow. So before all this even came
and
out.
Nori actually said it really before them. And he sounded crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, apparently Future ain't fucking with Drake. And it was just like,
and nobody
he was like, I just know. I heard it on the street.
Oh, wow.
And it was before anybody even knew. Anything. So that's kind of been bubbling.
Interesting.
But this project really what kind of nailed it in. And then Metro been kind of sending shots at Drake for the longest time too.
Interesting.
On Twitter and everything, just saying random little stuff. And then Drake dropped a video like, something either you posting tweet deleters, something. He was just saying something cryptic. Yeah. That was at Metro.
And they were really close, right? Or is Metro?
I don't know if they were close. I just know
they
that
have like music together, or that's just Metro and Future.
Drake got music with everybody.
Everybody, yeah. So
that got beef with him right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't think that even matters.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that people already been speculating they beef. So they dropped their project. We Don't Trust You, which now in hindsight seems like that's what the title means.
Yeah.
And then with the Like That record with Kendrick, yada yada yada, we all know what happened with that.
You saw the thing about the song names.
Yeah, but that's some stuff is reaching. I feel like a lot of stuff is reaching. I'm not gonna look too deep
into the song names.
Yeah, because it's like, come on.
I mean, that's kind of what made me like, oh damn.
It could be,
crazy.
but does it even matter?
No.
Like, that's just the next level. Just like, I guess that's for the nerds.
Yeah.
All I care about is the smoke that we can see, and that's
Yeah.
here that we got to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I'm not going too deep into it, but that's kind of what I know.
Okay.
So yeah, so boom, they dropped Like That like 3 weeks ago. J. Cole did what he did. We spoke about J. Cole.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, so
Kinda. Yeah.
did we?
Not really. No, actually.
See, that's what happens
little
when you
bit.
miss a week. You don't know.
We don't-
Yeah.
yeah,
So in
not
case y'all
really.
don't know, this is old news to most people. But J. Cole obviously backed out of the battle. He dropped a diss song, then backed out. J. Cole's off the, but it wasn't really at J. Cole anyway.
Yeah.
He really was the most he had, and then he ended up on the next Future album. So it was already like, you know. But he not dissing nobody. J. Cole ain't diss nobody. He don't want no beef.
Okay.
So he out. Everybody thought that was the main thing, but he out the way.
Okay.
So after that, Drake drops. And when Drake drops, it's all sorts of just people think it's AI. I thought it was AI because the beat was different and whatnot. And then boom, he confirms it with academics, sends him the real version, and now it's on.
Oh wow.
And he getting at everybody. You know, and that's he getting at Future first lines. That's pretty much it. He don't really say. He said I could never be your number one fan.
Yeah.
Like, I'm big in Japan. Like, you getting, you can't really get booked. That's what he kind of saying to him.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But that's whatever, because it don't matter. They still getting to it.
So how does Rick Ross come into this?
So boom. So when they dropped Like That, Rick Ross was reposting the song with Kendrick's verse playing, unfollowed him.
Unfollow Drake?
Yeah. And people were posting all of this. Like, people was just like, Rick Ross is doing this. So it kind of just, he kind of just added himself, really. Because it really didn't concern him.
He didn't really, yeah.
But he's like, yeah, fuck that nigga too. Like, yeah. So he gets added last minute. And that's why Drake barely, he kind of touches on him, but it's like the whole, Drake is coming for Kendrick.
Yeah.
And that's all really people want to see. And I know that's all Kendrick wanted. I don't think Kendrick was trying to gang everybody up on him. He probably didn't know. You know, but anyways, he coming for Kendrick, called him a midget. Said he can't 5'7" zone. He mentioned his wife's name.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't get that line, huh? The
No.
wife. So he said something about I'll be with my bodyguard like Whitney. Kendrick's wife's name is Whitney. And then the movie Bodyguard was with Whitney Houston. And apparently, and this is this is the nerd stuff I'm not biting into. Apparently Whitney cheated on Kendrick with a bodyguard or something.
Oh damn.
And I don't believe that. I don't even believe that. That's just too much of a...
That's a lot.
Yeah. So, but that's what Twitter and the hip-hop nerds are saying.
Yeah. Just coming up with shit.
Yeah. I think that's grabbing for... I don't think it's real. But
lot.
either way, he did mention his wife's name.
That's...
And
yeah.
I don't care. You could say
Those are
Garden of
fighting words.
Eden on a song, but if you say Eden talking to me...
then that's...
You got to address it like, I didn't mean... You know? You can't just say that.
That's true.
So you said my wife's name. So boom. So now Kendrick's on the clock and whatnot. Yeah. But while Kendrick is, cooking up whatever he got to say, Rick Ross, 2 hours later,
did his thing.
Dropped his thing. And it's like, Rick Ross is this.
He was talking a lot of shit.
He talking shit.
Yeah.
He kind of like, but it's like nobody really cared until now. But I always think Rick Ross is hard. He's always a dope rapper.
Yeah.
And all that. But the shit he's talking, you could tell he's like, he knows where to poke you, calling him white boy and
he knows.
Getting at his nose, getting at, like, you ain't even rapping that part. You just saying it. Yeah. That is almost more effective than the bars. So it's like, that kind of got a lot of people talking. Now it's just kind of, Drake is on these side missions while trying to get to the, you know what I'm saying? And it's a trip. So that's the whole beef in a nutshell, basically. Any questions?
No, so just waiting for Kendrick's response then.
Yeah, we just waiting for Kendrick.
Because that AI one came out. That's
not not. And then someone proved for it not to be AI. And I'm like, that's kind of messing up the whole battle stuff too.
With people doing that.
Yeah, we want to hear the joint. We ain't trying to hear nobody's interpretation of the joint.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and then some of it too, some of these niggas be tight. Some of the AI be tight. And it takes away from damn, man, I wanted Kendrick to say something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's crazy.
It's a lot going on. It's kind of scary just as far as music with the AI shit, because that means they don't need people in a minute. You feel me?
Exactly.
Or nigga, it's just I'm about to just start selling my voice, and and just it's a trip. You don't know.
Anyway.
But yeah, no other questions with the beefs. Just so because we're gonna probably have to talk about this as it happens.
Yeah.
Because it ain't over. You feel me? You think Kendrick got to respond soon, or what do you think? Just from your perspective.
I feel like he's kind of being strategic, and he's gonna come out. Yeah, maybe soon.
I think he kind of got to respond because he called him out.
Yeah.
He called Drake out. He kind of the reason for the season.
Whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah. If he wasn't ready, I'm gonna be like, bruh.
Yeah, I feel like he'll come up with something soon.
I read something that was tight. I'm trying to find my phone to show you or to read it verbatim, but I seen something on Twitter where they did a breakdown of how. Remember how J. Cole got a song called "Middle Child" or something like that? Mm-hmm. And if you listen, he's kind of talking about their relationship as far as him being the middle of the big three.
Oh,
like niggas is counting him out. He's the middle child, and that's why he acts like that. But then it breaks down Drake and Kendrick's relationship as the oldest and the youngest child. And if you think about it like that, like that's what it is. It says something so tight. I gotta find it. Talk for a second though, because you have siblings.
Yeah.
So you kind of understand the whole middle dynamic and all that.
Yeah, I know that whole dynamic. I was the youngest for a long time.
So did you feel like you had any young child, like, how the middle, like, what's the middle child? It's the middle child syndrome.
Middle child syndrome is, it's not really getting enough attention, I want to say.
But that's the middle child
as
syndrome.
The youngest child, I got the most attention. Mm-hmm. And then, the
youngest child got the most attention.
The youngest got the most.
And that's that's what they was breaking down with Drake. They said that, like, he feels like he had to do the most in order to get to where he's at.
Yeah.
And he says, like Kendrick being the youngest child, he gets all the attention, ain't got to do much, dropped every 4, and then it's just like, and it just breaks that whole relationship down. I was like, damn, I ain't really even think about it like that.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense, because I could see the youngest child, like, just talking shit to the big, like, for no reason.
Yeah.
Bum. Like, for no reason. Yeah. And he's like, nigga, I'm over here doing what I can.
Yep.
And then you trying to get at me, so fuck it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just give you these
crazy.
bars. Because the bars into this song aren't even that crazy. Mm-hmm. But he's just getting at him like a, nigga, I don't take you. Like, how you big stepping with a size 7? Mm-hmm. Like, nigga, you just drop and give me 50. Like, just, he kind of sunning him.
It's crazy, yeah.
So it's like, with that dynamic, how can you ever son your big brother? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can he do it? I hope so. I really hope so, because I'm a Kendrick fan, like, huge Kendrick fan. Like, I be feeling like he's slept on, even though he's one of the greatest.
He is one of the greatest, for
but
sure.
I still feel like he's slept on because people think he's just, they got something to say about when he goes deep into his concepts, or how artistic some of his stuff gets to where it's hard to listen to more than once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, even you, I feel like you didn't like the last album that much.
Not really. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of him like you are.
Yeah.
He is one of the greats for sure.
So as somebody that's not a big fan, you recognize where he is.
Yeah, I recognize.
Talented.
Yeah, I recognize his talents and everything for sure.
Right.
But
it's just not for you.
It was for me. Like he was for me. Like I really enjoyed like his past stuff. Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
His most recent stuff.
Most recent stuff, I'm not really feeling like that. But I can recognize that he is great at what he does.
No, I mean that's a good perspective, because it could be biasy with me, because I'm from LA. Mm-hmm. I love the growth and what he's done.
I'm from LA too. I hate when you do that. You're from music. You're in LA music.
And I'm from the same era of him coming up. Yeah, I remember seeing him around. Mm-hmm. So when I say that, I mean I'm from the same circles.
Right.
So like I said, I was on the road with Nip while he was on the road with J-Rock. Mm-hmm. We could have been equals at that time as far as like where we were. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as rapping, anything. He wanted the hype man for Jay. I was just a fan of Nip and was signed to the same label. Mm-hmm. I seen him also at the XXL photo shoot with J-Rock and Nipsey.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it was always, and then when we chopped it up, he would always seem to take music a little bit more serious than me. And I took him just a little bit more Yeah, technical difficulties, but it's all good. Yeah, y'all get the gist of what we was talking about, though. Basically, like,
yeah,
Kendrick is on the clock, and we're waiting to see what he got to say.
yeah, basically.
It's gonna be cool. That's just, as somebody who's in hip hop, I love to see it. Basically. So yeah, another thing that went down the same day Drake dropped, Iran and Israel looks like they going.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know what to say. Like,
over.
I've seen pictures, videos of the bombs dropping, people running. It's looking crazy.
It's a lot going on,
and it sucks because it happened the same day. So it's like I didn't even have the bandwidth to kind of focus in and learn and see what's going on, or should I even be worried about that right now? Like, I don't know. It just seems crazy. It seems unreal, like fake. It looked like the movies we be watching.
Yeah, it's crazy, and that was like retaliation for something that happened earlier in the week, I believe. Earlier in the month. If
you know, let me know, because I have no idea.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't really pay attention to all this stuff like that, but I believe like Israel, guess they sent people to kill a few of the Iranian government officials. I don't know. It was something crazy.
Yeah.
And then they went ahead and retaliated with the missiles.
Crazy.
So it's something crazy. Don't quote me on it, but yeah, because I really don't.
We obviously got to figure it out, because that's like, just from what I've seen, it seems like it's actually a big deal. And I think I even heard some about us being a part of it, being a part of Iran, but helping Israel and retaliating. And then Russia being with Iran. Yeah. It's getting crazy. I'm hoping. Yeah. I don't even know what to hope for. I just hope that everything ends
peacefully. Yeah.
It's like, I know it's not. There's no real way for it. Yeah. From what I know about what's going on between them, it's just ending. It's just bad. Yeah,
for sure.
I just it's an election year. Everything is just it's all over the place.
It's been going on for a while. Like, didn't all the other stuff happen in like September, October of that was late last year that everything started, right?
No, it's been going on for a minute, while. But it's just escalating. Yeah. And that's kind of where it's just like, damn, like, how far can it go?
Yeah, exactly.
What's going to happen next? And then I just don't want to be, not a part. I don't want to be a part of it. But if America's a part of it, then that's when we got to start thinking about it, you know? Yeah. So it's getting tricky, you know? I just kind of, it's hard, man. It's hard to focus. It's hard to stay happy when you know all that stuff is going on.
We know people are dying and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's hard to even just, be able to live day to day with if you pay too much attention to it. You know what I'm saying? But it's something that we do, as we got to figure out.
We do have to.
Like, we got to know what's going on.
That's what I was just about to say that too. Like, that's going to be my thing. Like, I've always been the type of person to like, not like, I don't like politics. I don't like talking about politics. Exactly, I don't care for it.
Unhappy. Huh? It makes you not a happy person. Like, that's what I was saying.
What, knowing all about it and stuff?
Yeah, because you have to give some of your bandwidth to that.
Yeah.
To that.
Like, I can't.
Extremely begrudging just subject of war, death, policies,
issues, all that stuff.
All this stuff that and it's like, I'd rather put my brain and my energy towards making music
or something else that's not
too crazy. But we do have to know, especially if it's going to start involving us. And and even for us, just as speaking on it to people, we may have to be the medium, because I wish somebody would speak to me and let me know what's going on, especially if I didn't know. Yeah. So we kind of got to.
So I guess we can start like doing more research and reading articles and stuff.
See, we really just here to kick it and chop it up.
Yeah, like, I'm not really into doing all that. Like, I don't want to go deep into it at all.
Yeah.
But I feel like like you said, we should know some things.
Yeah.
And
I mean, this is like, this one thing I do know when I do travel a lot, like overseas, they know, because they watch world news.
Yeah, exactly.
We so focused on our local news, on what's going on.
Yeah, random shit. Yeah.
So we always look kind of goofy to overseas people.
Exactly.
Always.
Because they know what's going on.
We'll be the last to know what we doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's just like, it's not really cool. So I do remember that feeling a lot. Traveling, I just felt like the biggest idiot. Yeah. They like, and then you didn't know this?
Yeah, I think that's really important, especially if you travel a lot.
But you live there. Like, you feel me? Like, ooh,
they know more about.
Know me now. Like, yeah. But it's a fact. We kind of got to just know. But it's just a lot going on. So you wrote down this: Tennessee teachers allowed to carry guns, right?
Yeah, and I haven't even looked into this that much. I know. Because I was going to talk about it last week, but we didn't have a pod.
Right. But what do you think? Do you think teachers should?
I want to say not all teachers.
Because this is something I think about with putting Al in school.
I feel like if the teachers are able to, I don't know, it's a tough subject.
It's tricky.
Because
it's tricky. I would probably rather just security. Just more security than teachers.
Yeah, more security than teachers.
I wouldn't want no guns in no classroom.
Hell no. No.
But even then, you know, I just would rather have security, like maybe maybe.
But that's the thing too, like a lot of these schools that have had instances of shootings and stuff like that, they had security. The security couldn't get to where the kids were fast enough.
That's why I said it should be a security with each teacher.
With each teacher. That's a lot of security. With each teacher?
I mean, we talking about, what are we trying to do? Save money or save?
There should be a security guard for each, like, was it corridor? Like, each area, maybe? With the teachers themselves having guns, I don't know. Unless they get evaluated. Because, you know, people, when they get guns, they have to get, psychologically evaluated.
I know a few teachers who was not all the way right in the brain.
Yeah.
We've seen that.
Yeah.
I've had some weirdo teachers.
I've had some weirdo teachers too. I know a teacher that taught at a school I went to killed himself, his wife and at Carthay. I think one of the teachers killed his wife.
I feel like I heard about that.
Something crazy.
I feel like I heard about that.
It was my brother's teacher.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's like not at the time, but we found out years later. Anyway.
Yeah, teachers is just, some teachers just don't really even love their job that much.
They don't.
And they ain't going, I'm not going to trust a teacher to save the kids before she saves herself. Or themselves. Like, I just don't trust them to have that much courage.
There are some that have had that much courage. Like Sandy Hook and stuff like that. A lot of the teachers in these situations, they have saved their students. And they prevented more students from getting killed. So I do believe that some of them would do that.
I'm glad
if I was a teacher, I would save the kids before myself because these are kids that have lives to live. I've lived my life.
Right.
So I would save a kid before I save myself.
Right.
So some people are like that. Some people aren't, So.
I feel you.
I don't know.
I feel that. That's crazy. It's just it's crazy that we have to get that. It's like, for me, I'm damn near over the whole idea of school, but I do want my daughter to be socially just well adjusted. You know what I'm saying? Like, having homeschool, I don't want her just being in the crib just with us.
Yeah.
And I do see the, like, why, like even with public school, I'm glad I went.
I'm glad I went too.
Like, there's all this talk about private, prep, all these nice schools.
Yeah, I went to charter school in high school. Like, that was my whole, from 11th to 12th, something like that. 10th, 11th, 12th, I went to charter school. So I'm glad that I did experience public school, way before that and stuff, that whole time. Because I was able to have social experiences and stuff like that.
No, that's important.
Because once I went to charter school, I felt like that kind of it kind of declined a little bit because I was so used to being by myself. I still kind of have that in me to where it's like sometimes if I'm in a social situation, I just want to be like, after like a couple hours, I'm over it. And I don't like that I do that.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because when you're in school, you're with people, 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day,
all the time,
just nonstop. You can not by yourself. So, yeah, I think that's important to kind of have that,
Yeah, but man, it's like a trade-off because it's important to get that, but it's also, I just don't trust people now. It's so much weird stuff, and it's an experience I haven't lived. I didn't go to school with social media.
That's a whole different.
I didn't go to school with just none. Like, we didn't know, like, to be able to know what you can know now with just having a phone or the internet or it's just too much to know.
I feel like I was the last of that because we didn't have social media like that when I was in high school. Honestly, maybe it was like that's probably when Instagram first started, but it was still like kind of the same for me. So it's definitely different now.
Yeah, it just seems like a lot more pressure for sure.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was pressure for me to just make sure I had on Evisus and BBC trying to just be fly every day. You know? And then eventually it's just like, fuck these people.
Yeah. It's
and then I think that's when you get to a good point where you can just, kind of breathe. Like, it ain't that crazy. I'm around these people every day.
Exactly.
Certain realizations you get when you're in public school, So it's up in the air. Hopefully, we can find a good one out here in Vegas.
No.
Oh, you ready?
we're not gonna find a great public school out here in Vegas at all. That's a fact.
So there's something wrong with the schools out here.
The school system out here is horrible.
You know, I wouldn't even want to put Nile in the school out here with the heat.
It's not even just the heat. It's just
how you go to school when it be that hot.
I don't know what I would do.
God damn, I'll be hot.
I know those kids complain all
Pissed
day.
Off.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to the outside. I'm in the cafeteria.
Wasn't there a situation out here where the ACs went out or something like that during this?
Tell me that. I'm picking my child up.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's hell. Literal hell.
That's torture.
It's getting hot now. I'm hot right now.
I'm hot right now.
It's like what, 80-something degrees?
It's
87. Like it's starting to get there, and it's early. Mm-hmm. Vegas heat ain't no joke. It ain't no joke, and I hate it. Really not. So y'all may even see us move from here to somewhere else in the house, because this is like the cool spot. Mm-hmm. Once it gets hot, though, it get hot down here, man.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's do what we have.